From baseball to boxing, nearly every major sport has at least one card that stands above the rest, in price, in rarity, and in legacy. Some are decades old, others, modern one-of-ones with game-worn patches and autos. This is the most expensive card from every major sport. Let's kick things off with a vintage card from the godfather of football. Not American football, but the original kind. This is the 1958 Alifabolaget Pelé rookie card. Pelé is a legend of the game, winning 3 World Cups and scoring over 1,000 goals in his career. He was the sport's first true global superstar, and this is his most iconic card. It features a young Pelé in his national team jersey, the same year he led Brazil to its first World Cup title at just 17 years old. Being from the 1950s, the card is old, fragile, and condition-sensitive, making high-grade examples incredibly rare. Only 6 have received a grade of 9 by PSA, with no card ever achieving a perfect PSA 10. In 2022, a PSA 9 copy sold for $1.3 million, setting the record as the most expensive soccer card ever sold, and the first to break the $1 million barrier in the sport. Now from the pitch to the ring, with a card that captures an icon before the world knew his name, the 1960 Hemet's Journal Cassius Clay. Before he was Muhammad Ali, he was Cassius Clay, a brash young Olympic gold medalist with lightning-fast hands and unmatched charisma. This card comes from a Swedish magazine, Hemet's Journal, and had to be hand-cut, making mint copies almost non-existent. A PSA 9 sold for $210,000 in 2021. From one goat to another, let's hit the hardwood for one of the most expensive cards of all time. The 2009 to 2010 Panini National Treasures Steph Curry rookie Logoman autograph. This card is the crown jewel of modern basketball. A true one-of-one from one of the most iconic players to ever play the game. It features an on-card signature and a Logoman patch taken from Curry's game-worn rookie jersey. It's the complete package, the ultimate grail for any Steph Curry collector. In 2021, this card became the most expensive basketball card and the most expensive sports card at the time, selling for a jaw-dropping $5.9 million. It was actually bought by an investment fund. Let's cool things down. Literally. With the greatest ice hockey player of all time, Wayne Gretzky, and this 1979 O-Pee-Chee rookie card. Gretzky's legacy as the greatest ice hockey player of all time is cemented. He won 4 Stanley Cups, 9 MVPs, and is the only player to have his number retired across the entire league. So this card is hockey's holy grail. The O-Pee-Chee version of his rookie was printed in Canada, on thinner, more fragile stock than its Topps counterpart, meaning there are only 2 known PSA 10 copies of this card. In 2021, one of those 10s sold for $3.75 million. From the ice to the octagon, let's talk about one of the most dominant athletes in combat sports history, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and his 2014 Topps UFC Knockout rookie card autograph. Khabib retired as one of the greatest fighters of all time, a perfect 29-0, with dominant wins over McGregor, Poirier, and Gaethje. This one-of-one autograph card was graded a PSA 7 with a 9 auto. You might have expected to see Conor McGregor in this spot, but his one-of-one Topps Chrome UFC Superfractor sold for $74,000 in 2022. A month later, this Khabib card topped that, selling for almost $80,000. Next up, a quarterback who's already built a Hall of Fame career before turning 30, Patrick Mahomes, and his 2017 Panini National Treasures NFL Shield RPA. This is undoubtedly Mahomes' most important card. A rookie year one-of-one masterpiece from Panini's most premium line, featuring a game-used NFL Shield patch and a bold on-card autograph. It was graded a BGS 8.5 with a perfect 10 auto. In July 2021, it sold for $4.3 million. At the time of the sale, the Mahomes hype was at its peak. With 3 Super Bowl wins to date, his legend continues to grow. And this card will stand the test of time as the definitive Mahomes collectible. Shifting gears now, literally, to a driver who's broken every record Formula One has to offer. Lewis Hamilton and his 2020 Topps Chrome Superfractor. With 7 world championships and a global fan base, Hamilton's card market has exploded. This one-of-one Superfractor from the debut Topps Chrome F1 set features Hamilton in the midst of his reign as the most successful driver in history. It was graded a PSA 7, and as featured on Netflix's King of Collectibles, it sold for $900,000. Now to the fairway for one of the most decorated athletes in individual sports history. I don't even need to say his name. You know who it is. Tiger Woods and his 2001 SP Authentic Autograph Gold. Tiger is simply the greatest golfer of all time. He won 15 majors, tied the PGA record with 82 wins, and redefined golf's global appeal. Tiger's most valuable card comes from the gold parallel of the SP Authentic set. Numbered to just 100, it features subtle gold foil and an on-card autograph. Only 15 PSA 10s exist, and in 2021, one of them sold for $336,000. It's the crown jewel of modern golf cards. Switching from greens to gymnastics, let's spotlight a legend who dominated the world stage. It's Simone Biles and her 2016 Olympic Topps Gold autograph. Biles holds 32 Olympic and world medals, making her the most decorated gymnast ever. Her dominance, difficulty, and grace have redefined what's possible in gymnastics. Numbered to just 15, this card was graded a PSA 8 with a 10 auto. It sold for over $2,500 in 2024. And now, America's pastime, and the most expensive sports card ever sold, the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. He was the best player on the most famous team in what was the true rise of baseball cards. The 1952 Topps Mantle isn't even his rookie, but it's the most iconic card in the hobby. Like all trading cards, what drives the value is its scarcity. Topps printed their high number series, cards 311 through 407, late in the season, and by the time they were ready, it was too late. Retailers didn't want them. So boxes of the unsold cards sat untouched in a warehouse until Topps eventually gave up and dumped them into the Atlantic Ocean. Around 1,800 copies of the Mantle card are thought to remain today, but most are badly worn or poorly centered. Near-perfect examples are incredibly rare. In August 2022, an SGC 9.5 copy sold for $12.6 million, making it the most expensive sports card ever sold. Now from slugging to slamming. And not for Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, or Novak Djokovic, but for the queen of tennis, Serena Williams, and her 2003 NETPRO autograph patch. Serena holds 23 Grand Slam singles titles and transcended tennis with her power and presence, and this is her most important card. Numbered to just 100, it features a patch of match-used gear and an on-card signature. A PSA 8 copy with a 10 auto sold for $266,000 in 2022, more than doubling the previous record for a tennis card. Next, we move to the squared circle and a card that slammed its way into the record books, the 1982 Wrestling All-Stars Series Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan wasn't just a wrestler, he was pop culture. And this card is where it all began. High-grade versions are rare, with only 18 PSA 9s and 0 PSA 10s. One of those 9s sold for $132,000 in 2024. Becoming the most valuable wrestling card ever, just edging out The Rock's 2022 Black Prism 1-of-1, which sold for $126,000 a year prior. Last but not least, a giant on the rugby field, Jonah Lomu, and his 1995 Dynamic Marketing rookie card. Lomu burst onto the global stage at the 1995 Rugby World Cup, becoming the sport's first true international superstar. His rookie card from the 1995 Dynamic Marketing All-Black set is rare in any grade. A PSA 10, the only one, sold for over $8,500. Small number, sure. But for rugby, this is as blue chip as it gets.